Ever wanted to know what thoughts actually are? Here's a clip from my Peak Psychological Performance Masterclass that explains it very briefly. I'm a doctor of psychology and executive coach.
The human brain has evolved to use language in two ways, public and private. All of our brain's complex processes, such as reasoning, planning, executive functioning, all depend on language. And language is a highly complex system of words, images, sounds, facial expressions, and physical gestures. When we're babies, we are only really concerned with our direct experiences, as in what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. As we grow up and mature, we learn to think, acquire language, and begin to live between both our thoughts and our senses. Our thoughts are made up of the language system we've been raised to communicate with. So our thoughts can be helpful, unhelpful, supportive, or hurtful. It just depends on how we experience the world growing up. Language helps us to plan for the future, keep ourselves safe from past hurtful events, create incredible things that don't exist yet that drive economies and propel growth forward, and thrive in communities. In fact, without conflict, which requires communication, culture would not have evolved into what it is today. On the flip side, language is also used to lie, manipulate, deceive, abuse, and act violently. Again, our thoughts can be helpful or unhelpful, supportive or painful. We all experience frustration, disappointment, loss, rejection, injuries, rage, and grief. A lot of basic human emotions, which we'll learn more about in the next module, are inherently painful. So that's something that human beings share with each other, the commonality of pain. However, most people tend to handle pain pretty ineffectively. When we feel pain, whether it's an emotion, a memory, a thought process, we can respond in self-defeating or destructive ways. Like the earlier example, drinking too much, gambling, trading into all hours of the night, overworking, overeating, and so on, all tend to be a way that people respond to pain because we just don't want to have our pain or don't know how to sit with it. So avoiding our inner experiences actually increases our suffering, and that's how addictions begin. We feel bored, anxious, lonely, sad, and try to find anything to distract us from and suppress these inner experiences. Of course, this works in the short term, but over the long term, the suffering is actually increased big time. Relationships suffer, our health suffers, we lose friends, family members leave us, we develop chronic irreversible health problems and mental health issues.
If you enjoyed this, like, share, and follow for more.